They're gonna see a brand new, improved me. I think the UFC is back to being exciting, especially since they signed me. It's getting the hype there. It's looking good. It's looking nice. So they're gonna see a brand new me, and they're gonna see a future champion. So yeah, stay tuned. July.
Helen Yee here at Killcliff FC. Always great to be joined by the one and only, the Motown phenom, Mr. Kevin Lee. First off, great to see you. You just wrapped up practice, and welcome back to the UFC.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, but I feel like I'm back home now. I'm back where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, so I saw you training with Gilbert Burns. Jared Gordon was there. So what's it been like just kind of working with the guys here right now?
Yeah, right now we getting Gilbert ready for Masvidal, and I really feel like I'm kind of cementing myself in this new team. I've been here for about a year, a little bit over a year, and with any time you come into a new atmosphere, it takes a while before you really like catch your foot, and that dealing with the injuries and stuff like that. I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and training with Gil, he's taking me to another level, because you have to kind of match that level of intensity as he's getting ready to fight Masvidal.
Definitely. And almost 1 year ago, you fought in Eagle FC. You got that win over Diego Sanchez, fought in the 165-pound weight division. So now for your UFC return, I mean, there's rumors. Is it a Tony Ferguson rematch? So what have you been presented with so far?
Yeah, so right now it's looking like we're going to do Tony. Me and Tony Ferguson, a lot of people are calling for that fight. They want to see the rematch. I feel like it's going to right a whole bunch of wrongs that kind of happened in 2017. And it's going to put me right back on the right track. So I feel like that's the fight that people want to see. It's a great fight for Tony. It's a great fight for me. I think it's a great fight for the UFC. We had a great fight the first time. I think people don't really realize the significance of that fight the first time we had it. So I think it's only right that we run it back. We're going to do International Fight Week is what I'm hearing. They want to kind of run me through USADA for the full 6 months. I re-entered the pool in January, I think, so that puts me like till June. I was trying to do the Conor McGregor thing and just say, okay, let me do 2 tests, let me do like the little stuff, and let me fight in April or something. But it looks like I'm gonna go through the full 6 months. But it's cool. It gives me time to train and get ready for Tony. I'm expecting him to really. This is do or die for him. So I'm expecting him to come full force and full-fledged ahead. So I'm going to prepare as best as I can.
And what do you expect from yourself this time around?
A more composed, a more relaxed me. Definitely more relaxed. I was very intense in that fight. And anybody who watches that fight again can see the level of intensity I don't think you've seen in the UFC since then. So a lot more maturity, I was young during then, but it was a lot of people that wanted to see that fight. When we first made that fight happen, I had execs of the UFC coming up to me and telling me that they need to see me win that fight. So this is my chance to right that wrong.
And will it be at 155?
No, 170.
Oh, okay, so it'll be at 170.
Yeah, I'm a 170 pounder now. I mean, look at me. I'm 200 pounds sitting here. Yeah.
Like, I was trying to be nice,
Yeah. I ain't going back down to 55 no more. And honestly, 170 is the premier division now. Maybe a few years ago it was 155, but right now it's 170. That's where all the top dogs are. So that's where I'm putting my head in too.
So who do you think will be champion tomorrow night? Kamaru Usman or Leon Edwards?
Kamaru, no doubt. No doubt it's Kamaru. I think he was winning that fight. I think he was winning. Obviously, he won the first fight too. I don't really see that much that Leon can do to him, and I think that losing the fight the way that he did is going to like re-spark a brand new him. So yeah, I see Kamaru winning it hands down.
And did you see this morning also Colby Covington? He weighed in as a backup fighter. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't announce these things earlier, but maybe that's just part of the promotion. I don't know, but I don't see the fight not happening. I think it's gonna be Leon and Kamaru. I don't see no reason that Usman pulls out.
But do you think that kind of shows that Colby may be next in line for a title shot, or what do you make of that whole situation now that he did weigh in as a backup fighter, like where it puts him now?
I see what you're saying. I don't think so. I think he's gonna win more. I think he's just, he's just the backup. He's like, oh, if we don't have nothing else, then I guess we'll give it to you. But I don't think he's getting the next shot. Not at all. I think he's gonna win some fights. I don't know when the last time or Colby's even won a fight. So I think he's gonna win some fights in order to get a title shot. I see that they're talking about Conor might get a title shot or something. I don't know. I'm gonna win 2 or 3 fights and then it's my title. So that's all I'm focused on.
Yeah, and lastly, there's always so much going on. And I know that Khamzat Chimaev, even on Instagram now, he's saying, at first he was saying, his next fight would be at 185, and he was kind of calling for that title shot or #1 contender fight. But then now he's saying Leon and Usman, they're kind of holding, quote, his belt. So what do you make of his comments?
I think he's got to make the weight, I think he's got to show that he can make the weight and make it consistently. And I don't see why he's even kind of playing around with 170. I think he should just go to 85. And, he's kind of doing what I was doing at, oh, should I go 55 or should I go 170? I know I can make 55. Eventually, I just made up my mind and say I'm a 170 pounder, and that's just what it is. I think right now he's still like playing the fence. So should I do this? Should I do that? But he's clearly having trouble making 170, and he's a big dude. So I think he's just going 185. If he wants to go back down on 170, I would love that fight. I think that's one of the ones where I would love that fight. If they made it tomorrow, I'm signing it. But I don't think he can make the weight.